If you don't pay attention to it, is it even there?
The land of la la, movie stars, pimps, players, hustlers, and thirst traps. It's W. It's dedicated to the ladies who love giving that sloppy toppy. Go ahead and pull that full skin back. Hold on.
Checking out Miss Judge Lynn, because she usually has some profound words. I kind of like her.
How you doing? This morning my son showed me a video of the guy in the bagel shop going crazy, and it reminded me of a story of me and my mother back when I was 20 years old. I did not, however, lose my mind in a bagel shop. What happened was we were at home. I was upset about something. I don't recall what it was, and my eyes were welling up with tears, and I reached out for my mother because I was going to fall out in a state of utter collapse. And my mother backed up, reached out a hand and said, "No." And I was like, what fresh hell is this? This is my mother, the comforter in chief. How is she going to tell me, no, I can't fall apart? But she did. And then she turned around to me and said, "Lynn." And whenever she said, "Lynn," like that, I knew that she was about to tell me something I couldn't argue with. This is the way it was going to be. She said, "Lynn, what we're going to do today is keep it together. I don't care what your problem is. I don't care who upset you. I don't care why you're upset. Whatever is wrong will not be helped by falling apart. So we're going to decide right now, before you tell me anything, that we're going to keep it together." I think all of society needs to take a new lesson in keeping it together. We keep it real a lot, but to me, I think real is keeping it raw and unregulated. 2-year-olds keep it real. We need to keep it intelligent. We need to keep it higher ground. We need to keep it in control. Doesn't mean take it. Doesn't mean roll over. It means don't go crazy. Don't fall apart. Don't lose your mind. It means, Lynn, or whatever your name may be, I'm just giving you the intonation. Keep it together.
Sometimes it really don't take a whole lot, It's 3 words. Keep it together. My sister used to crack me up. My sister used to crack me up saying keep it together, man. Just because of the way she said it, but I appreciate that. Shit, it's been a rough year for a whole lot of people. I know for myself, I had to question, am I still together? Like, not am I keeping it together, but am I even whole at this point? It's been a hard year for all of the things that are kind of falling off, relationships, possessions, everything else is kind of freeing me up to do what I want to do. It's freeing me up to be the person that I want to be. So that's just a mindset change has really helped me bring myself back down to earth, realize that everything is temporary. The highs, the lows, the in-betweens, like it's life is meant to challenge you, is meant to be challenged, and it's not meant to stay the same. And I think if things remain the same, then what kind of life are you living? I appreciate adventure. I appreciate challenges. That's the kind of stuff that excites me. If something is mundane or routine, I kind of check out, especially once I get to the point where I feel like I've figured out everything I need to figure out with whatever it is. A job, a task, a relationship, like I just kind of flame out. I know it's a lot of different like personality styles and it's kind of tough to match them all up. But, I think that's probably what makes me so difficult is you'll just notice me when I hit the point where I just start checking out. Like I'm gone. There you go. You ain't catching him because he took off and he's not here with you. You might see him, it might look like he here, but that boy is gone. I had to realize things about me that, the things about me that I struggle with make it difficult for me to be in a relationship because you can list all the good qualities all day long and feel good about yourself when it comes to those, but that burnout is like that makes a relationship really hard. And I don't even feel like it's all that unique to me, but I know it is a thing for me where once I get to the point where I know what you're getting ready to say, I know where you're coming from, I can see certain things before they even happen. I'm kind of bored. Like I'm not interested in this no more. Like I know what's coming. That is probably going to be the most challenging thing for me to like work through in any future relationship because, man, one of my cousins told me something that kind of made sense where he was like, he keep his relationships, what was it, 3 to 6 months? The timing is always different with each relationship, but I understood where he was just speaking to, like, I guess infatuation or, just that initial interest when you still like discovering. And of course, like even 6 months is not long enough to know everything you need to know about a person. But after that, I think some people just kind of ride that high until it's over and then they done. They on to the next one. That's kind of junky behavior. But again, like all of our behaviors are not the most healthy. Of course, like checking through all your options and, not tying yourself down is fine. But for some of us, I think it just speaks to like an emptiness we have in ourselves that we need to feel people, you'll feel them for a certain amount of time and think you okay. But I don't know. Some people just operate like that. Not all of us are meant to be tied down and, living a life that, that cookie cutter life, the family and the fence and the pets and all of that stuff. Like we're not all that interested in settling down and being like, structure is good, of course, but not everybody is meant to be so settled. There's people that just like trying new things. You can't be afraid to, especially based on the opinions of other people where, they can be worried about you. They might not agree with, you being so fluid, willing to just move around and bounce from place to place and experience different things. It's not a lack of stability. Is like a lack of stability could really drive some people crazy. If you don't have everything in order, then I think they can pop up in relationships where some people need a plan. They need for things to be written out from A to Z. I need to know what's happening from here to there, or, I can't do that. And there's other people that kind of just let things work out, not that they're like completely devoid of planning, but they understand that there's a certain magic to life where things, especially when you put your faith into them, when you have a purpose behind what you're doing, a lot of times it'll just work out for you. But it can really leave some people confused. And then I know bringing it back to, because I'm one of those types, I'm not really so concerned with controlling everything. And of course, there's things I want to do, but I don't really have to be the captain of the ship to get where I'm going, There's things that I do, of course, because I can't depend on other people. I can't worry about, trying to like meet up with somebody's schedule and all that other kind of stuff. That's really one of the reasons why I ended up doing this solo. It's so much easier to work with myself. I need to work on like collaborating in the future, but no, I just like operating in my own space. It's a lot easier for me to navigate that way. In terms of like partnerships, that's hard. That's really hard. I don't even know how I got to the point where I was talking about like toxic characteristics, but I don't know. Maybe somebody needed to hear that today. Let me know what you think about this rambling that I do. Um, it's not nonsensical, but it can just go. I know. I'm very aware of it. It happens. It's been that way. So now it's something for you to get used to. But I'm out. Y'all have a good one.